Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Game Together, the hottest destination for all things board game on WDTN+. I'm Ben Jetron, and I'm not rolling dice here alone or campaigning for mayor alone. We've also got Joe and Sartaj. Guys, how we doing?
We're doing great.
Doing great.
Sartaj, I see you're now in a new secure location.
Yep, I am in a new secure location, this time with Wi-Fi. That was one big thing we wanted this time. So, and we have an upgrade to the mic. Where we got the mic, I can't tell you. That'll
classified
make my location.
Your headphones also match us. We now also magically have matching headphones.
Oh, we do. Look at that. That's cool. I like that.
It's like we're a team.
I gotta ask Sartaj, how does it feel being in a new secure location? Like, I think your building is literally bomb-proof now.
Is something on fire over here?
All right. Well, anyway, we'll let you deal with that.
I saw the smoke. Did you guys not see the smoke over here?
Anyway, you can deal with that one on your own. So we've got some fun things to talk about today. We've got a fun game that is actually made from right here in the Miami Valley. That Joe, we actually got to play a little bit earlier and demo and talk to the creators as well.
Yeah.
Called Fairy Tale Campaign Trail.
Fairy Tale Campaign Trail, you say?
Yeah. Why don't you tell us about it? There it is right there. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
So, Fairy Tale Campaign Trail, it's made by 2.5 local folks. I say 2.5 because one of them's not quite local. He went to UC, though.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like,
Close
2.5? What? All right.
I think that's close enough.
So it was a game that hit Kickstarter about a year ago. It was fully funded back in October. Let me show you some visuals so you can see the beauty of this game. And it is called, like I said, Fairy Tale Campaign Trail. It's a game for about 3 to 12 people. It's in that party game category. Party games, you might think of it like Apples to Apples, Cards Against Humanity, similar vein to those games. Big twist of it, though, you are in a fantastical town, and you are running for mayor. And this is the debate night. Mm-hmm. My favorite quote on the thing is, "A game of ridiculous debates."
And they certainly were. It very much gave me like a lot of Cards Against Humanity vibes, where it's like everybody's going around kind of throwing in their solution into the mix instead of like their fill in the blank. And it's like you have the idea is all of us, if we were all three playing, all of us are running for mayor of this magical town, and we each take turns being the moderator,
Going around in that circle.
Yep, going around in the circle. And the moderator presents the problem, which is in the problem deck, and then everybody has a hand of solutions. So that's kind of like the Cards Against Humanity aspect of it. Everyone's going to play a card, but like you said, it's the debate. This is the debate. So now you're all playing your answer, trying to figure out, like, trying to make your case for like, why is this the best answer? Why should you be the mayor? And I like that. It's very fun. It gave us an opportunity to take on some very interesting problems.
Just to give the example, one of the problems we had was there's a new trend in town, and it's pumpkin spice. Everything wants to be pumpkin spice. And I think we all had some crazy fun solutions for it. I will also add in there's one little wrench in the play, and I mean that quite literally, because there's the modifier deck.
Yes.
And the symbol for the modifier deck is a
wrench.
It's a wrench. So with that modifier card, you have to change how you're giving your solution maybe a little bit. And I think the solution or the modifier we had was you have to give your solution with wild conspiracies. Mm-hmm. So it adds to it. Or one of the modifiers was use lots of hand gestures.
Which is like natural. You kind of already do that sometimes.
Especially
not like you, but like one does. I'm doing it right now.
Especially if you're Italian.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then another example, we were just playing actually before we started recording here is, Joe, you were giving me a quick demo of the game too, just to refresh my memory on the game. But I think my problem is that everyone had swords and they all just put them into stones, and now they can't get the swords out of the stones. My modifier was that I am an evil villain, and I'm saying it like I'm presenting the villain's master plan to the evil
like you're monologuing.
Exactly.
I think it was meant to be like a monologue.
That I drew was I use magnets to pull the swords out of the stone.
Oh, smart.
Take them, sell them, or I use them to defeat the hero, and then take his sword, sell it, put it back into the economy. What did I say, Joe, I would use for it? Oh, put it back into the water park.
Yeah, you wanted to be able to build a water park.
You've created a monster.
The residents want a water park. I will give them the water park, even though I'm an evil lord. Just saying.
Well, you know what, Sartaj, since you are a certified warlock, I think it's a grand time to use some magic, and let's just hear from the people who actually made the game. How does that sound?
That sounds good to me. Let's hear them.
To the fact that the wizards are dumping the cauldron and waste into the river is very simple. We need to go to space.
You're running for mayor of the Fantasy Village, right? And this is the political debate.
We were like, this is the amount of money that we need to make our game a reality, a product that you can have in your home.
As your future mayor and candidate, I was in this race. I'm now taking a brief step back to ask you all about a serious issue going on to all of our citizens. A band of goblins won't stop stealing people's shoes.
Between the three of us, we ended up with, well, what if it's like, you know, fantasy plus political campaign? How do we turn that into, and sort of the idea almost just like spawned itself. I hate to break it to you, it's too late. we have to set it all on fire. A cleansing fire is the only thing that can save us from the pumpkin spice.
My favorite thing in the world is when people, because they get the pitch, right? And they're all like, okay, that makes sense. And then they draw their hand and they start giggling. That is the best feeling in the world. All of the art is done by hand. It is done by hand by her and by Aaron, our third partner. We don't use any shortcuts. We don't use any AI. And every single problem card and solution card in this box is illustrated.
A true conspiracy. We elect the mayor of Pampino to be the mayor of Fairy Tale Town.
Most people take the time that they need to present their solution and don't overdo it. And like, we never wanted to rush people through their solution because we wanted to complete their thought. The other thing that we did is then we would give them a second turn. Everyone would get 1 second turn to argue for their solution, attack other people's solutions. And we decided to get rid of that second round in favor of just the 2-minute round table, like open floor debate.
Starts now.
It's just, don't believe his lies. Don't believe, this is a disease. You're on the right track. Consider this, we burned down our town and the other town.
Most successful business owners would look at those challenges and say that we're not going to give up. And tariffs is that for us. Are they gone?
I really enjoy the game.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was very fun.
Oh yeah, it's very fun, and it allows you to be really imaginative. You know, like just use your imagination to try to, you know, think of the funniest, but also the most ethical and the most true portion to solving your problem, which I like. I like that in the game. That makes you think.
You can be ethical if you want, or you
I did
can
not
be,
give any ethical solutions.
I was going to say, I was Coolwick the charismatic. I gave the best answers on how to get me elected. That was the goal. The goal was winning. The goal was always to win, not to be ethical.
I was a member. We kept making lore for ourselves in the story of this game, which was really nice. I was a member of the Wizard Council. I was trying to go up the ranks of being a better wizard of the Wizard Council.
Joe, you had the coolest card in the game,
and
you never played it because it was never a solution that you wanted to give.
Yeah, that solution was arm the wizards with guns.
Yeah, give the wizards guns. And I was like, oh man, that's going to be an impossible solution to beat when we get to it. But then you never played it.
I never used it. I think I gave better solutions.
But no, I love a good improv game of just like, you know, playing to the strengths of you know, being able to come up with something on the fly. You know, you've got your solution, and it feels like when you play games like Cards Against Humanity or anything like that, you're already, when you play your card, you already kind of have that open floor debate where you're just like, come on, you got to pick my card. I mean, he played this, but I played this. You know, that's pretty good. And it's just like that. It's like that brought to life as the game.
That was my favorite part too, with the 2-minute debate afterwards.
Yes, I thought that was clever.
Where it gives you that perfect time to really truly be like, no, moderator, please listen to me. You have to pick my card now.
or to be like, or to in proper debate fashion, me to point to Joe and be like, here's why your card doesn't work.
I think that's called slander.
Well, yeah, but that's part of a debate. At least part of this debate. You can bring it to the occasion.
So
the more you're into your character too, the more you can sell it. And like you said, that's that Cards Against Humanity feel where you're trying to sell your thing. For instance, if I go back to my example of I was an evil villain, telling my evil plan. So I could have gone super into character
and talk like this and say, I will get a water park for my civilians. I am evil, but I'm not a monster.
It's not how it sounds. You do appear to sound like a monster.
You do sound kind of like a monster.
Sometimes you can't help the voice that you're born with.
But they're from right around here, right?
Yes. Two of the creators, the people who we talked to, London and I'm terrible with names, our other co-founder. I can't believe you're looking at me like we don't remember. Anyway, two of the co-founders, they are from around here. They're from Greene County.
I love bringing in a good local game.
Yes,
that's like to have local game creators is very awesome.
Now I do have to give
shows the creativity in your backyard too.
That's right.
Good creativity in the backyard. I do have to give a little bit of bad news though about this game though. This game is currently not available. The game.
Hang on.
I know. How did I get the game gun? How did I get the game if it's not available?
You can still Kickstart it, right?
Did you travel to the future and get it?
Yes, because I'm a wizard. I went to the future and I got it. Hey, no.
Exactly.
But you can back it on.
Yes,
Kickstarter.
You can still late back it on Kickstarter. I think the game itself is officially supposed to come to shelves June of next year.
Which I would definitely go check that out, because if you're looking for a good party game, I would definitely go look this one up.
It's a super fun party game.
It was very fun.
Yeah.
It was and made right here in the Miami Valley. You can support local game creators right there. Go check it out. Look up Fairy Tale Campaign Trail. Find it on Kickstarter. Go late back it. Or at some point, it should be available in game stores near us.
Game stores or potentially their website at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But
speaking of game stores,
we're going to be talking a little bit differently about something right after this ad break. Hello, welcome. I am your faithful wizard on the council. Unfortunately, I'm a junior member, and it's only talking about zoning committees. But I'm not alone. I'm still joined here with my fellow other non-wizards.
you don't know that.
Oh, well, I just got certified.
Oh yeah, you are true. Certified warlock. Cool Wick the Charismatic, though, I think that sounds like a bard.
He is, and he's mayor.
But that's not a wizard.
Doesn't need to be.
And you weren't mayor either. You didn't win the election.
This is news to me.
Oh.
Well, we're a news channel.
Can we get a statement from you right now, live on the air?
No comment.
Well, speaking of being a news channel,
If you do want to comment, though,
give us comments, requests, questions, game together at WDTN.com. Please talk to us.
I just like how you say that. Please talk to us.
we're
Just
definitely as desperate as you make us sound.
please. Yeah.
It is nice to get a comment and request questions. We will maybe talk about it on the show. And in general, we like to hear back from the folks who watch, and we can know what we can do better.
Mm-hmm.
That said, we're done doing better. We're talking about something so incredibly boring, which is my favorite thing, economics.
Boy, you really know how to sell it.
Yeah, I'm so good at selling it. No, we're talking, kind of economics. We're talking about what it's like to open a game store, run a game store, that kind of fun stuff. So we reached out to a local game store. We even talked with a local convention, and we decided to say, hey, what is it like to run one of these locations? And this game store, to give them a light plug, is actually the one that Ben goes to all the time.
It's my favorite.
The Game Haven.
The Game Haven in Riverside is my favorite game, probably easily my favorite game store in the area. And it's not just because it's literally like 2-minute drive from my house. But just because I've developed a relationship with the people that are there, not only the people, the owner or the employees, but like the community that kind of come around that area. And that's definitely something I would always recommend for people to do is like, if you're going to go to a game store that's in your neighborhood or in your local area, is building those connections and, kind of talking to those people. And everybody that I've ever met at Game Haven is always wonderful, wonderful individuals. So
I want to add in there. They've been around for a hot minute. They've been around since like 2001. They're almost at 25 years old now.
Mm-hmm. And but you got the opportunity to talk to him just like about opening a game store and just like kind of the challenges that you face or like the kind of things that you need to think about, which is probably something every gamer has thought about at some point. Is just like, what if I opened my own game store? Like, what would it look like? What would it be like?
That actually, I meant to ask this question in our last segment because I always like to ask us a question to help people get to know us better, but it makes more sense.
I forget, you guys are technically over.
Yeah, you're over
here. My bad.
So my question for both of you, as I look up, is if in another time, another world, if you could open a store of your own or a shop of your own, what would it be? Not having to worry about like financials or any of that stuff.
Well, I'm not worried about the title of it right now because that part I don't know. But my fiance and I have kicked around the idea that like our retirement plan would be a half game store, half coffee shop, which is actually a popular business model we discovered up in I think there's one up in Michigan that we heard about.
Interesting.
But it is an existing business model that someone else has done. We did not know that prior to coming up with the idea, but it was a cool idea that we had.
This will be a slight spoiler. Mine's something similar to that.
But
no. I would like to hear from Sartaj first.
Yeah, I think a name that I've always had, but I think it's already been used, is like the Warlock's Den, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a certified warlock. Now certified. Patent is no longer pending. But it says the meeting will end in 10 minutes. I'm going to close that. But one thing I've always wanted to open is a card shop, but also it operates as an arcade too. We have like old time arcade cabinets and stuff like that. And just selling some video games on the side too, like retro games, today's games. But mostly it would be that component of a card shop and then an arcade as well.
Damn, you would love
I was
Game
going to
Haven,
say
then.
Game Haven is like
They
the perfect
have
answer for you there.
They sell video games to the price. Yeah.
I've been there multiple times. I've always had a great experience there. I remember it was the first shop when I moved to Dayton. The first card or game shop that I visited was Game Haven, and they were super nice when they asked me because they didn't recognize me at first, and they
wait, they didn't recognize Sartaj Singh?
Come on,
they didn't.
Wow,
I was only just starting out in the area. But they were very helpful. They said, hey, we have these products. We have like these. If you want looking for like bulk cards, they're over here. If you're looking for a specific card, tell me. We'll look for it. Very nice people.
All right, Joe, what about you?
Like I said, spoilers, I would probably open a coffee shop. I've always loved the idea of having a late night coffee shop.
Hey, there you go.
And I would probably call it like, Cup of Joe Community or something like Joe's Community. Community Joe. Community Joe, that's what it is. Nobody steal that name from me, please.
Please don't.
Someone's already
patent
pending. Yeah, but probably a place like Community Joe, a place where you can just have some coffee late at night, maybe open mic nights, maybe play some board games, fun stuff like that.
Well, the cool part about like Sartaj was talking about, like the first time he came into his sorry, you're over here. The first time he came into his the game store and everything. The first time I went there, I was kind of getting a vibe, feeling it out, and there was nobody really around who was playing my specific game that I really wanted to go and meet some more players for and kind of start up, which was Star Wars Legion, which is my one of my Star Wars miniatures games I like to play.
I thought you were gonna say Invaded.
No. That's this week. But we're actually gonna do that with Invaded this week. I went there and I just was like, hey, is there anybody who like plays this in this area? And they were like, no, not a whole ton, maybe one or two people every so often. And I went in and kind of made my connections like, hey, let everybody know I'm going to be running demos here. And if anybody wants to come and play and I'll teach them, I will do that. And that's actually something that the owner, Scott, was talking about is a big help for getting people to come into your business.
What, playing games?
coming in and showing people how to play games.
Just come on down. I think they'll find everybody is very friendly. You know, it's kind of like if you don't know how to play a game and somebody comes in wanting to play it and you love the game, there's nothing you want more rather than to like teach another person how to enjoy something that you enjoy yourself. The reality is I think most players are more than happy to share what they're passionate about. So if they can get somebody else to look at the same thing they do and smile at the same thing, that makes them happy too. So yeah, just come on out of your shell, come down here and play some games.
Play some games, yeah. And you know what? It's always nice to know that a place hosts games specific nights.
Yes, that's a very important thing to do, is to have yourself on a schedule. Like, is there a game you went specifically looking for, Sartaj, when you were like out there? Magic the Gathering.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
because
they have that on their calendar up there.
Yeah, I was getting back into Magic the Gathering, and I was thinking about getting into One Piece as well. One Piece, my favorite show of all time. Just quick mention right there. I was thinking about getting into that, but mostly Magic. And I saw every Friday is Magic Night over there, unless otherwise specified. And they have pre-releases too, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. And I know, especially like other nights, I think Monday is like their big Pokemon night, and Tuesdays that's actually another game you enjoy. One Piece, they do casual nights for that. Yep. And they have miniature nights too. I think it's like Wednesdays or Thursdays. Thursdays, yes.
You'll always see me there on a Thursday.
Wednesdays is Star Wars Unlimited. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And
which is also fun.
The other fun thing I saw, pinball nights.
Yeah, they do pinball.
Or pinball league.
Pinball league. But if you were opening up your own game store, one of the things that you would have to keep track of is not only like being able to organize when these events are happening, being able to communicate with your players, but you also need to be able to, kind of read the room. That's a struggle that some of the game stores all game stores really have to do if they want to be successful, is to be able to track trends.
No trends?
Be able to follow like gaming trends. What's coming out? When is the next thing coming out? What can I do to promote that?
I think Scott's got a handle on that though, right?
He does.
Well, I mean, the player base will kind of tell you what's hot and what's not. I mean, sales are there. In the trading card world right now, everything seems to be hot. It's all cyclical. We've been through this before where, short print runs cause people, prices to spike and people get excited for things. But then when they overprint, nothing's worth anything and people kind of lose interest in it. So, we're following what the folks are doing. As far as keeping the games fresh, there's always new games coming out. We see with trading card games about every 2 to 3 months, each game's putting out a new set of cards. Board games, every studio, I feel like they have, 15 releases a year. The miniatures games are constantly trying to revamp. And, we see a miniature game will die and then the same IP will pop up, with a new rule set and it kind of starts all over again.
Yeah, it's kind of true though.
Tragic story of Star Wars Legion.
But
it's back. It's back again, and it's hot now. Woo.
Warhammer does the same thing, though. They have to do their resale.
Warhammer will always be there, unfortunately.
But I mean, it's tough to sometimes run a company.
Yes, that's also a major struggle that a lot of game stores will talk about, is like breaking even. Being able to stay ahead of like what you're over here. Being able to stay ahead of what's going on and being able to like monitor, what's my over under based on where I'm going, while still also trying to provide sales and, and doing cool stuff.
And it's not always that with game companies too. It's something like that with conventions as well, right?
Yes, I was going to say, you also spoke to, I looked over at you
Michael
briefly.
Ross.
I'm sorry, you're over here. Yes, Michael Ross, who runs Dayton's Acadecon, which is coming up, and we'll talk about more at some point soon. But they also did talk about that.
We still see that there are people that want to come in, shop local, have a place to play, and then meet other players to play with. So it's kind of kept us going. You're definitely going to have folks that maybe come in and play but don't really spend a whole lot of money. That's fine because we need bodies here playing the games to get other people here. We have plenty of customers that come in that will spend money that don't play here. We need a mix. So.
And I'll openly share the money. We are lucky to break even most years. Like, that's kind of our goal, is can we break even? And that's with everyone being volunteers. Like, no one is getting paid for coming and helping out. Most of them buy their own badges. Most of them get their own hotel room. So they are giving time, effort, and money to help me put this on. We want to make money. I won't be upset if that happens, but that's not necessarily our intention. It's, can this help us break even? We have made money a couple times. We lost money a couple times, but overall we're doing pretty good.
Doing pretty good.
Always a big theme with a lot of the gaming, conventions or stores or anything is just like being able to. I think that's why the gaming community always usually feels like a tight knit group, because it's like we're not doing this to like make our money. We're doing. I mean, in some ways you are, but in a lot of ways you're just coming out and volunteering just because you want to grow your either your business, your event, or your game that you're just playing.
Yeah. We can talk a little bit more about a Catacon another day. I do want to note that we do actually have a full interview episode up on our page where you can just see it in general.
See it now.
Yeah, you can see it sat now. But just for people to quickly know, the Catacon is happening November 7th to the 9th. It's going to be at the Dayton Convention Center. If you want to go check it out, go get tickets or something, I guess.
Is it the 7th? Yeah, definitely look that up. Is it the 7th?
It's the 7th. 7th to the 9th.
Isn't
7th?
Oh, yes, it is. It is 7th. I don't know why I was looking at
Second
6th.
weekend, I think.
Oops. Yes, second
weekend.
weekend in November. Definitely go check it out. We'll talk about it again soon. Otherwise, if you have any questions, comments, just a reminder right there, gametogether@wdtn.com. You can check us out there. Hit us up. Give us your requests, comments, questions, anything you got.
That's all for us tonight, though, right?
That's all we've got for today.
it.
We'll see you next time. We'll roll some dice and have a good time.
Bye.